Alright, I'm going to be talking about my digital media story today. I haven't been able to get this post up because of technology issues, so I'm going to re-record it and add a little bit more information than the post that I made earlier, which I couldn't actually get online. I tried to get, I guess my main topic today is going to be about technology and difficulty using it. I've had so much trouble making this project that it's not really even funny. I tried to use my iPad and that didn't work because I couldn't get the videos that I had gotten off of that I had downloaded onto my computer to upload onto my iPad. I did have iMovie on it and that was my intention to try and use it on there. I couldn't do it. I can't get my iMovie to fit to the screen of my Mac, which I have no idea why that is. I'm still working on that one. I wouldn't think that you would have to change the perspective, but I guess that's a possibility. So I kept looking for certain features in iMovie and couldn't find them until I realized that part of the screen was cut off and it won't let me make it smaller. That was kind of frustrating. Trying to figure out all of the different aspects of iMovie, even though they're fairly intuitive and fairly simple, there are so many different new things that I have never played with before. I've never done sound recording, I've never put music to anything, I've not really done the different kinds of fading in and out, so this was all fairly new to me. I think that overall it's a pretty good experience, but I did come up with some things that I think are pretty important when doing a digital movie. Not necessarily my kind of digital movie, but just a sort of a digital story in general. Number one, that technology is an issue. I know a lot of people say, well, we don't have technology. My students in my context, half of them do. Half the kind of students that I teach, they're freshmen. They all have computers, but they're all different kinds of computers. Some of them have brands I've never even heard of, and others of them have Macs. I think technology is not so much the issue of whether they have it or not for these students, but whether or not they know how to use it. I know some of them can do everything on it. They have YouTube videos and they have no problem using the technology, and they make me feel stupid a lot of times because I'm like, I don't know how to do this. And they quickly show me and it makes perfect sense, and I'm like, why didn't I think of that? But a lot of them also have trouble with simple things like that I would assume most people know how to do, which is like Command or Control P and Control C for copy and paste and things like that. They just don't know how to do that. This may be their first laptop for them. So I've been really thinking about how to prepare a project that they could actually do. And I came up with a list of a few things that I think are important. Number one, I think you need to choose a media that you teach them that they can all access. If that be iMovie or PowerPoint, I don't think it matters, but teach them the basic steps of what they need to do to create the project that you're talking about. I know this might take a little bit more time because some students are a little bit quicker at this than others, and some students may find this boring. I was thinking that you might offer to do this and give the other students another activity, such as to start on their project. But it never hurts to review, and you could also put the students in pairs. If a student already knows how to do it, say, hey, help teach this student how to do it, get them in pairs in front of a computer. Or you could partner them to do the project, one student who knows and one student who doesn't, and say, teach them as you go along. It would have been very helpful if I'd gone through like a tutorial, but my computer won't load the tutorials. My internet connection is not fast enough. So I think that it's important to do that, and I also think it's important to realize that they need enough time to do the project. I don't think this is a project, particularly the first time, that you want to just tell your students you have a week or 2 weeks to do. I think you need to give them more time for this, like 3 or 4 weeks, just so that they get comfortable with the technology and that doesn't become the factor in the project, but their creativity does. I know that I've gone through and redone my project maybe 3 or 4 times as I get more and more comfortable, and I'm like, ooh, I could add this, ooh, I could add that. It's still not exactly where I want it because I'm still not sure how to do some things, but I'm getting more and more comfortable using the software, and I'm becoming more and more happy with the project. So overall, I'm enjoying doing it. It's a biography, and it's something that I like doing. My next goal is to figure out how to actually do this recording stuff on my computer, which actually has a little camera built into it as well. But I think I probably have to do a YouTube and then link it to that, and I haven't figured out how to do that yet. So hopefully I'll be able to do that next.